Ranking the best tight ends in Madden 23 Ultimate Team update number 1. Today we're back here with another tier list. Today we got tight ends. Now with tight ends, I'm doing something a little bit different that I haven't done in the previous tier list, given there just wasn't really a lot of elite tight ends in the game when the game first came out. I'm going to keep all the same cards from the previous video. We're not going to delete any from like the D and the F tier. And right before I go on ahead and re-rank the old cards, I do want to go ahead, shout out the comment of the day real quick. Now let's get into it. So I'm just going to start off by moving the D tier to the F tier. Now this potentially could change. I might move some people back up, but this is essentially what we are going to be starting out with. Now for the S tier, I think no doubt about it, Casper for me is still an S tier player. I am going to move Tony G down into A. Now Parham's where it gets interesting, because Parham, it really isn't like a stats thing with him. It's the fact that he's 6'8", has some good speed on him. You could also throw deep out of lead on him too. I am going to move him as the best card in A. Now here's why I'm moving him into A. If you are cheesing with him and that's your offense, like high ball streak, Parham versus man coverage meta, he is still an S tier player and probably the best tight end on the list. But you kind of have to change the way you play with Parham a little bit. You have to high ball more often, and just like routes like Casper can get like tight end apprentice, you can put him on like post, stuff like that. Parham, you can't really do that, and the routes that Casper would cook first man with like corner out, stuff like that, and get separation, Parham really doesn't get the separation. It's really just you highball it and try to ag with Parham. I still think everyone should have a Parham on their team, just in case you get really down bad. You need a big play. You need someone to highball a streak to versus man coverage meta. But as like a complete tight end, I think he's still really, really good, but he's A tier for me now. Let me know down below in the comments if you agree or disagree with that, because I was very torn. Like I kind of wanted to keep him S, but I moved them down to A just because we're going to cover some amazing tight ends. Now the first new tight end we have is Jelani Woods. You know that meme where it's like, oh, you tell your mom you want like the new thing in the store, and she's like, we got the new thing in the store at home. Yeah, that's Jelani Woods with Parham. So he's 6'7". He's 81 speed, not really great route running, not the best like catching traffic compared to the top end guys in the game. 81 speed also isn't great, but again, he's 6'7", and ability wise, he can't really get anything good. So he's kind of like a poverty version of Parham. So like, I'm going to put, he's either B or C for me. I'm going to put him C tier. I think he can do similar things to what Parham does. It's just he's not going to be as good. So I think like a 2-tier difference makes a lot of sense to me. And again, that's not a stats thing. Like stats wise, like Andrews, Kelce, some of these guys down D tier are better than him, but he is just 6'7". Jonnu Smith is 6'3", so I don't want to say he's undersized by any means, but there's a lot of like taller tight ends in the game, so he's not going to be the best at like agging and stuff like that. But he's 85 speed, which is really, really nice. 80 short route running, 77 medium, 74 deep. I'm looking for 80s across the board to think you're like a pretty decent route runner. And if we come down to his blocking stats and also like his after the catch stats, he's pretty good after the catch, but blocking wise, usually they give him more blocking. This year they just really didn't. And ability wise, can't really get anything good either. I think Jonnu Smith is good. He's 85 speed. Yeah, given actually he can't get abilities, I'm going to put him like around Jelani Woods. I think he's a good budget option. Same thing I would say with Jelani Woods. And now it's OJ Howard. OJ Howard, 6'6", 250, has 85 speed, 88 excel, which is really, really nice given his height as well. Has 78 short route running, 75 medium, 72 deep route running. Not really a great route runner, but again, he's a big body with some pretty good speed and a really good after the catch as well. 86 truck, 85 stiff arm, not really too common. I don't really think that's the most important stats for a tight end, but again, just saying it's not really too common. But ability wise, also can't really get anything that great. Kind of going back and forth between B and C right now. I think I'm gonna have him as the best card in C, and the reason being is the abilities he can get just really aren't great. Like you can't get the short and the lead of the world, and given he's not really the best route runner in the game, gotta put him C. And now we got Dalton Schultz right here, 6'5" height on him with 82 speed, 87 excel. Has good route running this time, 88 short, 84 medium, 80 deep route running. That is very, very solid. It's just like Dalton Schultz is a very solid tight end, period. 85 trucking is pretty nice, 72 run blocking with 80 impact blocking. Now we get somewhat of a run blocker too. And if we come down to his abilities this time, can get things like the short and elite that we love to see. A tier better than I think the other cards we covered so far. I think he is overall just a very solid tight end. The thing is, I think Keith Jackson and Kyle Pitts are better, but I do, man, this is tough because Dalton Schultz is like bottom tier of B. I lied, and I'm going to rearrange the C tier. We're going to put it in order of what I actually think. Njoku and Kittle top end the C, Dalton Schultz like right behind them. I would take Dalton Schultz over Kittle. Reason being is Kittle can't get short and elite, which I do think is a really great ability to have on your tight end. Makes a huge difference. Now we got Dawson Knox of the Buffalo Bills, 6'4" height on him, 83 speed, 86 excel, decent route runner, 82 shorts, good, but actually 78 medium and 75 deep. Not really the best in the world. Pretty decent run blocker as well, 72 run block, 73 impact blocking, but the important things on him are the abilities he can get. So deep out elite for 3 AP, I don't think is a good value. Matchup nightmare for 3 AP, I also don't think is a good value. So I'm not really high on his abilities. I do not really think he is that great, I'll be honest. I think he is on the C tier level. I would probably take OJ Howard over him. Probably John, I don't know. I think I'd put him above Jelani Woods, but it's not that much higher. This is going to seem a little bit messy, but I'm going to change one thing so far. So I'm going to move Higbee, Andrews, Kelce, and Henry up. The reason being is these tight ends can get short and elite. The D tier ones that are still left cannot get short and elite. And I think short and elite is valuable to the point where I think they should at least be C tier. Now let's move on though to Lawrence Cager. Lawrence Cager, 6'5" height on him. You could have potentially got this card for free if you did your preseason team of the week challenges. 86 speed on him with 87 excel, 85 short running, 82 medium, 79 deep. The short and medium is pretty decent with 80s. And after the catch, he's pretty solid. Not really a trucker, but again, he's 6'5" and not the best run blocker in the world, but ability wise can get things like short and elite or deep out elite as well. I think Lawrence Cager is very good. For me, it's either going to be top end of B or bottom end of A. Him on the same tier as Parham I don't like. I'm going to put him as the best card in B. And right after that, we got Noah Fant right here. Noah Fant, 6'4" height on him with 85 speed, 86 excel, 84 short running, 82 medium, 80 deep route running. Really like him hitting 80s across the board right there. Pretty decent after the catch, but again, not really the best run blocker in the world. But let's check out his abilities. He cannot get short and elite. He can get red zone threat for 3 AP, deep out elite for 3 AP as well. Again, I just don't think his abilities are great value. I think he's a fine tight end to not run abilities on, but man, not getting the good, like I think Kyle Pitts and Keith Jackson and Lawrence Cager are all going to play better than him. I'll put him as the best card in C with potential to maybe CMB. But man, I think abilities on your tight end are really important. It just sucks that he can't get some good abilities. Like honestly, he's not that much difference from David Njoku, so I really don't mind placing him right there. Now we got TJ Hawkinsock after he got 8 catches, 179 yards, 2 tutters, man. Crazy. 6'5" height on him though, 85 speed's pretty decent, 86 excel, 83 short, 83 medium, 80 deep route running, hits 80s across the board, pretty solid. Decent run blocker. I know 68 isn't like the 70s that I'm kind of looking for, but 70 impact blocking is pretty decent. But if we come down to his abilities, pretty much the same exact story as I just said, like quite literally the same. Like he gets 3 AP deep out elite, 3 AP red zone threat. I'm going to put him right by Noah Fant. Then we got Evan Engram right here, 6'3" height on him with 87 speed, 89 excel. That is really nice. 84 short running, 88 medium, 86 deep route running. Pretty decent after the catch. Okay, run blocker. Like the impact blocking is pretty good, but the regular run block not really the best in the world. But if we come down to his abilities this time, deep and elite for 2 AP is interesting, but again, not getting short and elite. I'm not the highest on this card. Again, I just don't think his abilities are great value for what I like to do for my tight end. So I'm going to put him B. And like him first, I would run him over Keith Jackson, but I would honestly take Kyle Pitts and Lawrence Cager over this card. Now this card right here is an absolute demon. We got Tremaine Edmunds. Tremaine Edmunds, 86 speed on him, 6'5" height with 87 short, 85 medium, 82 deep route running. That is amazing, man. And he has 91 trucking with 88 run block, 87 impact blocking, even decent like pass blocking stats as well. Like this card can really do it all for a tight end, and he can get short and elite. I know it's for 3 AP, but he can still get it. He's a blocking arc, which is also pretty like rare, so you could run some abilities that you also couldn't run on other people. I think he is a very great tight end. I'm putting him A tier. Now I would say he's the worst one in A tier, but I think he is actually really good though. And now we get Jeremy Shockey right here. Jeremy Shockey, the major thing on him is 1 AP slot apprentice. Now you might be thinking, why is that major on him? If you're in a bunch or a tight set, he is going to get the slot apprentice hot routes. It could really be beneficial for your offense. He's 6'5", 86 speed on him with 89 short running, 88 medium, 84 deep. All really nice. Hits 85 plus for everyone except for deep. Really good trucking and decent run blocker as well. But again, the major thing on him is his abilities, which we are going to pull up his power up right here. 1 AP slot apprentice, with potentially running a 2 AP short and elite. Really, really good value. Or you could run 2 AP slot apprentice as well with the short and elite. I really, really like Shockey. Question is, do I think he's an S tier tight end? Oh man, he's either top end of A or bottom end of S. I do like him more than Tony G. Right now, I'm gonna be strict, man. I'm gonna say he's like the best card in A, but I just think Casper is better. And now we got Ditka. Mike Ditka, 6'3" height on him with 87 speed, 86 excel, 90 short running, 88 medium, 87 deep. All really, really good, like top end route running in the game. 87 break tackle with 90 trucking and a really great run blocker this time. 81 with 75 impact blocking. Now, what's interesting on him is he gets 1 AP red zone threat, which I do think is really, really good value, man, because the hardest place to score is in the red zone. 2 AP tight end apprentice as well. Gets short and elite. I really like Mike Ditka. I'm going to put him also in this A tier now, better than Parham is just the hardest person for me to rank. I'm gonna put him like right here. I kind of like Tony G a little bit more, but I do like Mike Ditka. And now we got the last card of the video, Antonio Gates. 6'4" height on him with 87 speed, 89 excel, 89 short running, 89 medium, 86 deep, hits 85s for every single one. That is awesome. 90 break tackle, and not the best run blocker in the world, but does have 80 impact blocking, so he's gonna be pretty decent actually. And if we come down to his abilities, 1 AP matchup nightmare on a tight end is insane value. Like, it's usually 3 AP, so being able to potentially run a 1 AP matchup nightmare with a 2 AP tight end apprentice, love that, man. I love this Antonio Gates card. He is going to be the only other card to join Casper in S tier for me. Again, I could see Shockey up in there too. This was my thoughts with this tier list, man. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Tight end was pretty tough, especially like in the C tier right here. I could see some people going up or some people going down. If y'all did enjoy this video though, you want to stay up to date with the best cards in each promo and each position group, make sure to go ahead, leave a like and subscribe. Now, if you guys want to see me use some of these tight ends live, make sure to go ahead, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams over there, so I greatly appreciate that. If y'all don't want to head over to the Twitch right now, you guys want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I ranked the best card at each position in Madden 23 Ultimate Team.